Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to put these glasses here in case he shows up. I don't want him to think I took his spot.
How's the writing going?
I don't know. I'm here.
You saw the trailer for 50 Shades. Love your tweet about it.
I love it. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait till the part where Will Ferrell shows up. I kid.
Sneak in a tie-in to your new series that you're working on in this series?
Say that again?
Are you going to try to put a tie-in to something to tease your new show?
That takes place in the 1300s?
Well,
no. No. In terms of the prequel, no, it'll sort of live on its own, I think, you know?
can you talk about what Jax's journey is going to be over the first part of the season or that with the club?
I think it'll be the most proactive our hero's ever been, you know? Jax in previous seasons, just by the nature of the character, he sort of too deep a thinker, you know, sort of impulsive, that he spent a great deal of time sort of reacting to the chaos around him or cleaning up the mess of previous leadership. But that this season he really comes out kind of with blinders on and singular in purpose. So it's been so much fun to write that Jax because it's new. And I think Charlie's having a blast because he's just crushing it. It's really, you know, the work has really been great. So that to me is the biggest difference.
In the show,
About new characters who are on this season.
Not much more than you already know. We have Manson, who plays a white supremacist, which makes complete sense, and Courtney Love, who plays a school teacher, which makes complete sense. And I think that's all. Who else? You guys probably know. Oh yeah, Malcolm who plays he plays one of the grim bastards. He's like sort of Michael Beach's character's second-hand guy. So yeah, we get to thug up Theo.
I'm curious about like
Did you just check your notes?
Yes, I'm a nerd. How much will John Letters play in, or Jax's journals, you know, and his writing play in? Because, you know, it's getting more and more personal for Jax's writing. So I'm curious if that's going to play a part in season 7.
I don't, you know, at least at this stage of the game, it may come back around at the end, but Jax is not in a journaling mood. Right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's really, you know, I thought about that and I was trying to figure out if I could infuse it. And every time I sat down to break that scene or look at that scene, it just didn't make sense. So, but I think maybe towards the end of the season, I might try to bring it back or echo back to that, you know. But not in the beginning.
the show talks a lot about family and brotherhood, but you have, you know, brother killing brother in the gang. You have Gemma killing her stepdaughter, Jax killing his stepdad.
Like
is there any such thing as a happy family in Sons of Anarchy? Like, how does family react in that show?
Here's what I would say. I you know, at its core, and I don't say this, you know, flippantly, you know, this is a family drama, and it's just that our circumstances are heightened. You know, it's at its core. You know, the show is Pulp Fiction. You know, so there's a sort of epic and almost absurd quality to the show. And then it takes place in a very dangerous world. So to me, it's the same family dynamics that perhaps play out in other families, but under these conditions in that world, you see the results that happen. You know what I mean? So that what might end up being, you know, an argument or a plate being smashed in another family becomes a fork in the back of the head in our family. So that's, you know.
Is there any relationship on the show that you think is unbreakable, or is anybody up to betray anybody else?
I don't think of it in terms of categorizing like that, you know, and I don't mean that to dodge the question. I really feel like as we break these stories, and as we try to stay organic and realistic as we can to those relationships, that if it feels right, if the circumstances make sense, if under the circumstances or in that particular situation X happens, then then it'll happen. So I don't think in terms of, oh, that's an unbreakable one, or I can't do that. I just really try to follow the logic and the organic nature of it, rather than I'll do that, I won't do that.
Is it less distracting this season without all the hoopla around Charlie? I mean, did that play? Or was it?
No, because Charlie doesn't live in hoopla. Charlie
Yeah.
is like an incredibly private guy and doesn't bring any of it to work. So that was all sort of happening outside the bubble for us. And, these guys are really, they plug in. And when they're on set, when they're doing their deal, there's not a lot else going on with them other than the work that they're doing. So, I think to the outside world it seemed like a lot of hoopla. Inside, there really was. It was business as usual.
Is there one word or one theme that is kind of the overarching theme for this? If you could sum it up in one word for this final season?
I would say vanilla ice cream. I would say, if one word would be, here's what I would say. At the end of the day, it's a love story. That's what I would say.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.